Each year, roughly 75,000 infants in the U.S. are born with cow milk allergy. CMA is the most common food allergy in infancy. Pediatrician Dr. Jenna Timboe is here to talk about the signs of cow milk allergies. Good morning, Jenna. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
Of course. So in addition to being a doctor, you are also a mom to a child who has food allergies. What are some of the symptoms and signs of cow milk allergies in babies?
Yeah, so some of the signs and symptoms, they can be very wide-ranging and non-specific. So one of the more obvious signs would be if you introduce just a regular cow's milk formula to your baby, or as you're starting to introduce solid foods, if you're giving them yogurt, they may develop hives shortly after these foods if they have a cow milk allergy. That's a little bit easier to recognize. But with that being said, there's a lot of other non-specific signs or symptoms. So sometimes babies could be really fussy. They could be labeled as having colic. They could have blood or mucus in the stool or have difficulty gaining weight. Those are harder to recognize because they're not as clear cut. In my own experience with my daughter, she had an allergic reaction to regular formula around 4 months old. But prior to that, even while breastfeeding, she was completely miserable and we could not get relief from the fussiness. She was having trouble sleeping. Thankfully, after she was diagnosed with an allergy, we realized we had other options and wound up changing her to a hypoallergenic formula, which changed our lives. And that's why I'm excited to partner with Nutricia and bring Pepticate, which is a hypoallergenic formula, to the US. It's been an option in Europe for 30 years, and now it's available here as well.
Wow. So tell us a bit more about hypoallergenic baby formula.
Yeah, so hypoallergenic formula takes the large cow milk protein or whey protein and breaks it down into much smaller fragments. The smaller fragments both make it easier for the baby to digest, and then because they're small fragments, it can go unrecognized by the immune system, and therefore there's no allergic reaction when the baby drinks it. Those are called extensively hydrolyzed formulas. We offered those to my child when she was a baby, and one of the difficult pieces was trying to get her to drink it because often the options don't taste good. So Pepticate contains lactose, which makes it taste better, and therefore babies will tolerate it better. It's easy as pediatricians to give them different recommendations as far as hypoallergenic formula, but as a parent, what it boils down to is, will your kid actually take it or not?
Wow. And then, of course, I mean, we've heard that there has been a baby formula shortage as of late. So how can caregivers navigate this current shortage if their child is diagnosed with a milk allergy?
Yeah, so thankfully we're in a much better place right now than we were last year. We're not having as much of a shortage issue. But if you are still experiencing those concerns, definitely talk with your doctor. We can help navigate what options your child has, as this is tricky for all parents out there, but especially if your baby has an allergy and so your options are limited. We're there to help you in the office.
And that is so helpful. Dr. Jenna, where can caregivers go to learn more?
You could go to pepticate.com for more information or speak with your healthcare provider.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Timboe, again, for all of this information. I think it's very beneficial so that people know where they can go should they have any issues or should their child have any issues with allergies. So for more information about how you can put a stop to the very unpleasant cow milk allergy, head to pepticate.com.